urban style individual.
What's up with y'all? Hopefully this video finds you in good spirits, and if not, well, at least you ain't DSP. In this video, we have Adam of the Side Scrollers, or he might formerly be of the Side Scrollers. I'm not quite sure. But this is the day after the infamous DSP interview where they interviewed him for the better part of a day. It was long, and I think they did a very thorough job. But this is Adam after the interview giving his thoughts on the whole situation. So let's get into it.
I want to give you, Adam, an opportunity, and we will read all these super chats, all direct donations. We will read all those before we wrap up today. But I want to give you, Adam, the opportunity to kind of say what you wanted to say, your overall thoughts about the interview, because you're the one person that we haven't really heard from after yesterday, and I think you're the person people probably want to hear from most.
Man, I don't even know how to start. Like,
look at Adam. That's what DSP do to you, man. He had you so flustered. You have so many things you want to say because there's so many things wrong all at the same time. And sometimes it just, like what they say, that the cat gets your tongue. It's crazy.
To really give my thoughts on it. I'm almost, that's fine. I got it.
Real quick, while you do this, I'm gonna scroll the super chats on the bottom so they get acknowledged while you're talking, and just know that we see them and we're reading them and we acknowledge them and we thank you. So the floor is yours, though, Adam.
Okay, so I've traveled around a lot in the world. I've met a lot of people in my life, a lot of people that use and lie to get ahead, and it feels like that's kind of the world we live in right now. People don't want to work hard for easy living. People want the easy path to easy living, and life is a challenge. You have to work to be successful. The most successful people work their ass off to become successful. And I feel like most of these internet personalities, they try to get the easy path. And a lot of the people that are successful in this world work their ass off. Like, say what you will about Tim Pool, that dude works his fucking ass off and deserves the success that he's made, right?
And that's true for a lot of people who are workaholics. Usually they are usually very successful financially. And it's true when it says that you're gonna have to work your ass off to accomplish anything in this life. If you want things that people generally don't have, you're gonna have to get comfortable with doing things that people are not comfortable doing. And then on top of that, you're gonna have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. It's just the fact of the matter, A lot of people see celebrities and they like to aspire to those things, and they don't understand the true backstory behind a lot of that stuff and what really goes down and how they get in those positions. But for people like me and you, regular everyday people, we gotta grind, man. It just is what it is.
Right? I mean, it doesn't matter what happened between him and I. That's irrelevant. Like, he works his ass off, is very knowledgeable about what he does, and he earned his success. And props to him, right? Someone like DSP, he just wants that success without any of the hard work. Or he thinks that he's working hard. I work 6 days a week he tried to lay out this whole thing that he works all day and 12 hours. He only gets an hour with his wife. Like, bro, that's a fucking problem. You should.
Yeah, it is. And on the flip side, if Phil was working that much and he was progressing towards something, that would be something that's admirable, right? If he was a younger man, early 20s or even early 30s, and he was working that hard because he was trying to, build a business and something he can pass on to his children, that'd be an admirable thing. Phil mentions it and he doesn't understand why people don't respect it. Well, people don't respect how much you work, Phil, because we know you have to do it. You're not doing it out of principle or because you're looking to look after the generation that's coming after you. You're doing it because you have no choice. So it's very different.
You should spend more time with your wife. You should spend more time doing other things and then making yourself right. I turned into a fucking therapist yesterday, and I'm not a therapist. I'm just a logical based person that I'm a straight shooter. I call it as I see it. I said it yesterday. My friends call me an honest asshole because I'm always honest with them, but they appreciate that with me because I'm going to be honest. Like, if you're doing some shit that I think is stupid, I'm going to call you out on it. I'm going to tell you, like, you're being a fucking idiot. Be smart with your money. Stop. You're spending $1 on a freaking mobile game. $1 is too much. If you can't afford to fucking eat or pay your rent or pay fucking electricity bills. What the fuck are you wasting money? Like, you shouldn't spend a cent. So it's like,
And that's the main problem that people have with Phil's mobile game spending. It's not that he's spending money on a mobile game. Who cares? People spend money on dumb shit all the time. It's the fact that he's spending money on a mobile game and coming on stream and telling his audience that he needs the money for something else. No, Phil, you have plenty of money to pay your bills or whatever else came with the money that you claim you needed. It's just that you squandered it on your vices. And that's the main problem that people have with Phil, primarily the detractors. But he likes to obfuscate the argument and make it seem as if we're obsessed with him because he's spending his money on what he wants. No, it's not about that in particular. It's about how you're framing it. All right.
it's like, even that he even admitted that he's spending any amount of money on that shit was too much. It's like, come on, dude. Be smart about your money. It was so clear throughout yesterday that he's a fucking idiot when it comes to spending money. Yeah, I said it, Phil. I'm just being brutally honest. Honest asshole. All right. You get what you get when you're talking to me. All right. You came and clearly, fuck, that was a bad pun too. Jeez. You know what I mean? Like, you came on our show and things happened, right? So it's very clear you're hiding something. And people are making really good points that you're probably scared you're going to get in trouble from going through that bankruptcy. You said yesterday the bankruptcy saved you. Like, everything was going to be good from now on. Twitch was paying you well, and these fucking assholes ruined your shit on Twitch because you say racist shit. And it's like, all right, you do. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, that bankruptcy to me was the final nail in the coffin in terms of Phil's ability to evolve as a person. That was the ultimate slap on the wrist, the ultimate get out of jail free card. And all it did was confirm everything that ever happened to him in his entire life up until that point, because he always was able to wiggle out of it. And it was much the same in that bankruptcy. He was able to wiggle out of it. So now you have not decentivized the behavior. You've actually incentivized the behavior, right? So instead of asking, why is Phil like this? The better question would be, why not? Why wouldn't he be? He's like an unruly child, knowing that no matter what he does, there's no real repercussions, right? Rules keep us in check. Phil been living by his own rules for a long time.
all right, make those fucking jokes. But don't be surprised when you get booted off the platform, who are very clearly in the woke, man. Twitch is, I don't like Twitch. I don't like that they fucked over the partner program. It's not even worth being a partner anymore. And they have the freaking a deer on their freaking head of their, I don't know what the hell it's called. Like, who gets to be on? Like,
Adam's still so perplexed that a person like DSP actually exists. His brain is trying to formulate a thought for him. Like, he knows what he's trying to say, but there's so many things hitting him at the same time. He just can't quite get it out. It'd be like if you were trying to explain to somebody who had no knowledge of DSP why he has the following that he has. You would probably struggle with it initially.
I think it's a they. No, it's a deer. It's a deer self. I don't know what the fuck they identify as. Shit is crazy. But that's who's working at Twitch now. So what, are you surprised that your whole Twitch career just got flopped because some people called you out for making some racist jokes? Fine, make some racist jokes. Do it. Be you. Don't fucking try to act like you've changed. Own who you are. Don't be a fucking bitch. Fucking be the person you want to be and fucking own it. Find a platform that's going to allow you to be that person. All right. I gave you 2 great ideas for a show, right?
You shouldn't be giving Phil no suggestions. If you look through the history at the people who try to give Phil suggestions, it never quite ends well for him or that person. You end up getting banned, and Phil ends up seething. That's usually how that situation goes.
This is how you don't game. Use it to your advantage. Own who you are. All right. Put that fucking box of tissues behind you because you did wank on screen. All right. Fucking own it. You're never going to catch me fucking pulling my dick out live because I'm not a fucking idiot. All right. You made the mistake. You were an idiot. Own it. All right. I'm sick of people that are just like, I'm a victim. I'm a victim. Yes, being a victim happens, but you're choosing to remain a victim and using it to milk your subscribers, the people that support you. You know what? I have no respect for people who take advantage of the people who support them. I love my chat.
He cooking, ain't he? Good Lord. Now you can see that he's starting to hit a flow state here. His thoughts have been collected. He's gathered what he wanted to say. Now he feel he about to cook your ass.
My chat is the reason why I'm successful and I'm able to sit in my house and talk about my opinions on online. It's not that hard of a job. It's fun. I fucking love it. I get to play video games and people watch me and pay me play video games. You get to do the same. You lucky fucking asshole.
You see his body language and his facial expressions. He had a moment there where he disassociated, like, wow, I can't believe people actually pay me to do that. And this is what this guy is complaining about. Yes, brother. That's what we're all perplexed about. This guy gets to play video games in his spare bedroom, and yet he finds something to complain about. I mean, you're right on.
How dare you fucking bitch about it? Own it. All right? I'm sick of it. Stop being a fucking victim and own your shit. All right, I'm done. I'm done.
Now, my other takeaway from this, I agree with everything he said. You know, Phil likes to run from his past and act as if it did not happen. And that's the main thing, is that you can have a checkered past, but you got to own it, man. And you got to own it up front, standing front and center, looking everybody in the eye. You cannot obfuscate. You cannot lie by way of omission, because people can sniff that shit out. And that's if you're just a regular person. That has nothing to do with if you somebody with like DarkSydePhil, when all these occurrences have been recorded. That's why when Phil goes on these long rants about how things used to be and he retcons things, it's always like, I always slap my forehead, because it's like, Phil, we can look this up, man.
Nah, man.
That felt good. That felt good. I had to
get it out. Get it out. I love it. I love it. Like, I think that at the end of the day, look, there are common themes on this show, right? Common sense and responsibility, right? Those have been a common theme from the start, and everything you said rings true with those. Like, we are so freaking lucky to be able to do
Hell
this.
yeah, dude. I'm so fucking lucky. I love my life. I love doing what I do. I got to buy my fucking house. I love my house. And it's all thanks to you guys. Like the people who support me online all around the globe. I got people all in different countries that are like, man, you're fucking great. Thank you for doing what you do. Shout out from Panama. Shout out from Ireland. Shout out from fucking wherever. And it's like, this is fucking awesome. Like,
Adam's reaction to being a content creator and making money online is how most people will react to being a content creator or making money online in some type of way. They will be incredibly appreciative. And this is why, Phil, you always serve to alienate yourself, because every single chance you get to show some level of gratitude, you never do. You never do. I mean, even if you have a stream where you make $1,600, you come back the next day, you act like it never happened. And it's like, not only are you begging excessively, on the flip side, you're also not appreciative. So it's like, wow, even when people try to find something to latch on to say, he's not that bad, all you do is remind them of why people don't like you anyway. I mean, you do this to yourself.
Like, I got people all around the globe trying to support me, and it's like, I will never look at them like a dollar sign. I've met people that do that, and I have zero respect for it. There's many people in this circle that do that, and it's like, man, as soon as you do that, the audience knows. They can feel it. They could sense it when you don't give a shit about them anymore, and then you start guilting them. Like, dude.
Adam is not wrong. How many of you go back to your teenage years, right? Think about the band or the rapper or the singer that you really liked, whether it be a person or a group. Think about those teenage years, how you all in, you know everything about them, every song, everything, right? And some of those early albums, usually the first one, is some of the best music that they make, right? And then a record label gets a hold to them, or they start to go commercial because they want their music to be heard by a wider audience. But what does that do? It serves to alienate their core base, which is something we watch Phil do. And it's just ridiculous how money is the primary driving force behind his decision. Well, let me add to that. Money and the detractors. Those are the two. That's the primary fuel source that Phil uses.
You can't guilt your audience. They're going to support you if you're worth supporting. Okay? And you cease being worthy of their support when you see them as dollar signs instead of people that live fucking lives. That's life. As I said, life is tough. All right? They're choosing to give their money to you to support you. Like, that's amazing. They don't have to do that. They have their own fucking problems. But for them to actually share some of their hard work, time is money. All right? So they're sharing their life with you. And when you cease to make that connection, that it's a person sharing their life, their money, their time with you, you're not worthy anymore.
I agree. And he makes some great points. Most of Phil's viewers, audience members, are giving him something that's finite, which is their time. And he often talks about how that's not enough to quote unquote pay his bills. But it's like, man, there's not a more valuable thing that they can give you. That's why I appreciate y'all watching the videos. I appreciate the comments and all that, you know. I enjoy the interaction and all that. It's cool. But for somebody like Phil, who's been in this world for so long, he's been so desensitized to this that his level of appreciation is basically gone entirely. He's there to get money. That's it. If anything else happens in lieu of that, sure, fine, whatever. But y'all know why we here. You know what I'm saying? It's just the energy that he puts out when he's on stream. Like, he's always negative. He's antagonistic. He's like a ticking time bomb. He's so like combustible, if you will. Like, you just never quite know what's going to be the thing that sends him over the edge.
There's so many people that see, you're right. There's a lot of people in this game that see their audience as dollar signs. And that's something that look, you got to pay your bills. I get it. Right. But at a certain point, you know, when you are out there and you're maybe too deep, but I had a business partner who told me to, who wanted me to apologize to an audience member because quote, they pay our bills. They pay our bills. And it's like, man, F right off, dude. Like, I'm your business partner. And because they donate $5, like, you want me to bend the knee, you know, like, because you see them, their $5 that they donate more valuable than our relationship. Like, that's messed up. That's messed up. So I 100% agree with you. 100% agree with you.
No, I do want to say this in closing. I don't have an issue with Phil making money. I don't have an issue with anybody making money, right? We understand that he got to make a living. Okay, we get that. But it's how you're going about making money. It's not what you do. It's how you do it. It's not what you say. It's how you say it. And Phil, you don't have enough cachet built up to try to put yourself at the forefront and act like PPP, because you don't have a history of being funny in that way. You always been that way when you were antagonistic. So for you to try to revive that and act as if it was always something fun, like the king of hate and all that, it's just ridiculous hearing you try to retcon everything. But in this video, Adam and Craig are absolutely correct. And I think the side scrollers did a good job of seeing right through Phil's bullshit. And I highly recommend, if you haven't watched it in a while, it's like watching a good movie. You know, it's like watching Training Day or The Green Mile or something. A couple years go by, it's nice to just pop it in and watch it, man. It's just a great film. But that's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Urban style content. I'm dead.